Class what we studied. What happened at Jeff? Some symbols are coming. Your birthday or anybody's birthday today? Okay. Hira, the last class, which topic we discussed here?
Ma'am, that chapter over.
Did we started history?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Then what all things we discussed in the last class in history?
Lockdown. Mala in lockdown. In Mala lockdown.
So where we stopped in the last class, Rudra? Which topic? We started that chapter, right? How,
Yes,
when,
ma'am.
and where?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And we discussed about history.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Then once again.
Only introduction.
Only introduction. Okay.
Yes.
So the chapter is how, when, and
Where?
where. How, when, and where. These things we are studying here. And you told that because of dates, you don't like history, right? So here, what all things we are going to study, we can check. This we studied, yes? An introduction to history. History is the study of past events, and it is much more than memorizing dates. History is not only about studying the past events, it is more than memorizing dates. And in this lesson, we will study how, when, and where. If an incident we are taking, we will discuss here how the incident happened, when the incident happened, and where did it happen. All the things we will discuss in, or all the things we will study in history. So history is a study of past events and is more than memorizing dates. History is not only about memorizing dates, it is much more than that. Then what do you mean by history? It is about the changes that occur over time. History explains the changes that occurs over time. That is about finding how the things were in the past and how the things have changed. I think we discussed the example of technology. You remember that at that time?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Technology. So that means how the things were in the past. In the past, how the people use the technology. And at present, how was our technology changed. So that all the things, we know the history only we came to know. These much change happened. Around 100 years before, the people are not aware of the technology of the mobile phone or laptops. But now, the people, even the kids or the elderly people, both of you know how to use the technology.
Yes.
So there is a lot of change happened in the society. So when we know the past only, we can compare it to the present. So history, it is about the changes that occurs over time.
Okay.
Then about the caste system, this also we discussed.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. 4 main castes are there and one more category is there, Dalit. That means the untouchables. The 4 castes include the Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Shudras. Then one more is there, that is the Dalit. They are the untouchable. So now the caste system changed, right? We know the history only, we can compare it. So history is the changes. History is also about the changes that occur over time. History is also about the changes that occur over time. Then you remember the example of the tea we discussed in the last class? We cannot say a particular date when we started to drink the tea.
Yes.
So till that topic we discussed in the last class, right?
Yes.
We are not aware of when we started to drink the tea. Something we cannot tell for a particular period of time. Like an event, we cannot predict a date for that. But for some events, we can predict or we can use some particular date for that. Example, when a king came into power, we said the example of Alan at that time. Right, Alan?
Yes.
Yes. That time we set the example of Alan. So as a king, when he came to power, which all battles he fought, we can say that. But we cannot say when we started to drink coffee or tea. We cannot say a particular date for that. So some events we can explain with a particular date, and some events we are using a span of time. An example is when the British started to rule the country, we cannot say. But when they came to India, we can say. But when they started to rule, an exact date is not possible to say. So we are using it for a period of time to explain some of the events. Okay, then today's topic, we are going to explain the topic, that is how to select a date. That is the topic today we are going to discuss. That is how the criteria to select a set of dates. How we will select a date. Dates are very important when we assume that a particular set of events are important. See, the dates are important when we are assuming a particular set of events are important. So many events are happening in a particular period of time. It depends on our study. We will set a particular date which is important. So most of the Indian history is written by the British historians. Indian history was written by the British historians. And so obviously these historians started writing with the rule of first Governor General. His name was Warren Hastings. What is it?
Warren Hastings.
Warren Hastings, and entered with the last Viceroy, Lord Mountbatten. Okay. The criteria to select a date, it depends on the date become important when we assume that a particular set of events are important. So Indian history at that time is mostly written by who? It is written by the British historian. British historian. So what event they will give more importance? About their rule, right? Yes, Alan is a British historian. Okay, Alan? And we all are living in at that time. Okay, not Alan. Alan was the example of the last class. Now we can take Anugrah. Okay. Anugrah was a historian and he was a British historian. So when he is writing the Indian history, whom he will give more importance? Whose rule he will write? Indian rulers or the British rulers, Anugrah?
British rulers.
British rulers, right? Because you are a British historian and you will give more importance to the changes that happened in the society at the time of the different rulers or the different governor generals. What was a change happened in his society, and all the things we will give more importance, not about the condition of the people. So that's what is written here. The date become important when we assume that a particular set of events are important. If we are explaining a particular set of events, that date become more important. And most of the Indian history at that time was written by the British historians. And these historians started writing with the rule of the first Governor General, Warren Hastings, and ended with the last Viceroy, Lord Mountbatten. So what all things they wrote in between? They wrote about and in between a lot of viceroys and governor generals are there, like Wellesley, Benedict, Dalhousie, Canning, Lawrence, Lytton, Ripon. These are the names of the persons, okay? Like Jeff, Allen, Salin, Needu. Names, same way their names are Wellesley, Benedict, Dalhousie, Canning, Lawrence. So in this, when they are writing, these historians are writing, they will give more importance to their rulers. This is Warren Hastings. He was the first Governor General. So then the historians is writing, when they are writing about him, what all things they will write? They will write about his administrative changes. What are the administrative changes he made in the country, and what are his policies? Then which are his controversial policies, and what is his, how was his relation with the people living in the country, and all the things will be written. Clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So, Anantita, last class you read the textbook, dear? No?
No, ma'am.
Who read? Who read?
Alia.
Alia read. Okay.
Alia
Alia,
Rudra.
you remember till which portion you read in the last class?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me where.
Ma'am, we have to start from which dates?
Yes, very good. So you remember that. That's the advantage of reading textbook. Okay. So Anandita, can you read that? Which date? That is today's topic.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Which date? By that criteria, we
1 minute. All of you listen to take your textbook and listen to her. Okay. Children, some of your videos are off. Please turn on your videos. Okay, Anandita, read it.
By what criteria do we choose a set of dates as important? The dates we select, the dates around which we compose our story of the past, are not important on their own. They become vital because we focus on a particular set of events as important. If our focus of study changes, if we begin to look at new issues, a new set of dates will appear significant. Consider an example. In the histories written by British historians in India, the rule of each governor general was important. These historians become with the rule of first governor general, Warren Hastings, and entered with the last viceroy, Lord Mount, Viceroy Lord Mountbatten. In separate chapters, we read about the deaths of others, Hastings,
Wellesley. I told you it's the names. Okay.
Wellesley, Bentinck, Dalhousie, Canning, Lawrence, Lytton, Ripon.
Lytton, Ripon. Have you heard about Lytton? This term anywhere you heard about Lytton? No? Okay. Lytton, Ripon, Curzon, Harding, Irving.
No.
Okay.
It was a seemingly never-ending succession of governor generals and viceroy. All the dates in these histories book were linked to these personalities, to their activities, policies, achievements.
1 minute. I told you the British historians write most of the Indian history at that time. So that time the history is with all these dates in the history book is linked with this personality. At that time, the history they explained
Ma'am,
about.
can you tell the page number?
It's in page number 3. Okay, so all these dates they wrote about the activities, which are the important activities of these persons and their policies and their achievements. Continue, dear.
It was as if there are nothing outside their lives that are important for us to know. The chronology of their lives marked the different chapters of history of British India. Can we not write about the history of this period in a different way? How do we focus on the activities of different groups and classes in Indian society within the format of this society of governor generals? When we write history or a story, we divide it into chapters. Why do we do this? It is to give each chapter some
Coherence.
coherence. It is to tell a story in a way that makes some sense and can be followed. In the process, we focus only on those events that help us to give shape to the story we are telling. In the historians that revolve around the life of British governor generals, the activities of Indians simply do not fit. They have no space. What then do we do? Clearly, we need another format for our history. This would mean that the old dates will no longer have the significance they earlier had. A new set of dates will become more important for us to know.
Okay, so these all things we will discuss in the coming chapters. Okay, now which date is important? Is it clear which date? It is depend on. Dates are important when we assume that a particular set of events are important. The dates are important when we assuming that a particular set of events are important. So the Indian, at that time, the British historians, they wrote the Indian history, and what they did, they give more importance to the British viceroys and governor generals and their books. Each chapters they are explaining about each of the viceroys or governor generals and their policies, programs, and their achievements. Okay. Then coming to how to periodize. How to periodize. How we can classify. In 1817, the year is not so important, but his name and the name of the book is important. James Mill. What is his name?
James
James Mill.
James Mill.
James Mill. He published a book called The History of British India. James Mill, he published a book that is The History of British India. Okay. In 1817, a Scottish economist and a political philosopher, that is, if you forgot that, no problem. So you remember the name, that is James Mill, in his book, The History of British India. James Mill, in his book, The History of British India, he divided the Indian history into 3 periods. Okay? He divided the Indian history into 3 periods: Hindu, Muslim, and British. So the James Mill, in his book, The History of British India, he divided the Indian history into how many periods?
3 periods.
3 periods. Which are they?
Hindu,
Muslim, British. Can you say why this classification is like this? Hindu, Muslim, and Christian. Sorry, Hindu, Muslim, and British. Why the classification is like that? Hindu, Muslim, and British. Why the classification? Think and answer. James Mill classified the Indian history into 3 periods. One is Hindu period, after that Muslim period, after that British period. Why the classification is like that? Anyone can say?
We don't know, ma'am.
Think and say why maybe Hindu, Muslim, and British classification.
They all are another religion.
They all are a religion. Yes, Hindu is a religion, Muslim is a religion. Why he classified the period on the basis of that 2 particular religion?
Some of them don't like that religion.
Louder. If it is wrong, we can correct it. Okay.
Rulers.
Ah, yes. So who told you? You don't know. See, the country was first ruled by the Hindu rulers, right?
Yes.
Yes. Have you heard about the dynasties like Gupta, Maurya?
Yes.
Yes. So initially the country was ruled by the Hindu dynasty, and after that who ruled? Muslims, right? Like Khilji. Have you heard about Khilji dynasty? Ah, yes. Yes. So after that they ruled the country, and after that the British came. Now you understood why this classification?
Yes, ma'am.
So who classified the Indian history into Hindu, Muslim, and British?
James Mill.
James Mill. Very
James
good.
Mill.
So James Mill, in his book, name of his book?
History of British
History of British India. History of British India. Now, in his book, The History of British India, he divided the Indian history into 3 periods, which are the Hindu, Muslim, and British. Hindu, Muslim, and British. Okay. Then, He believed that before the British took over India, there were Hindu and Muslim rulers who used to exploit India. So James Mill believed that before the British came to India, the Hindus and Muslim rulers exploited our country. And also India is strongly believed in caste system, multiple religion and superstitions. Right? Before the arrival of British, according to James Mill, before the arrival of British, our country, the people believed in caste system, multiple religion and superstition. So he felt that only the British rule could civilize India and teach them the manners, arts and laws. James Mill believed that only the British rule could civilize the country and teach them the manners, art and law. So before the British took over India, there were Hindus and Muslims ruled who used to exploit India. And also they believed that in India at that time, you heard about the caste system, right? Untouchability was there.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
also so many superstitions are there in the religion. You know any of the superstitious beliefs that is prevailed at that time in religion?
No.
No idea. Any evil practices that were in the religion, Hindu religion?
Untouchability.
Untouchability, okay, that is a caste taboo. Then any other evil practices were there? Louder, Alia.
Child marriage.
Ah, yes, right. I understood your lip movement. That's why I told you to loud. Child marriage was there. Have you heard about child marriage?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
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 No. What do you mean by child marriage?
Child marriage.
Before
Child
18
marriage.
years.
And not only before 18 years, at that time, when a girl become 10 or 12 years, she will be married. You heard about Mahatma Gandhi?
Yes.
That time, child marriage was there. Maybe a 13-year-old girl become married by an, it is maybe she's married by an 80-year-old man or 70-year-old man or a 60-year-old man. And Sadi, have you heard about Sadi?
Yes.
Yes. What is Sadi?
In that
Husband's wife should also.
Jump into fire,
Fire.
right? That is Sadi. So such type of evil practices were there in the Hindu religion. Caste taboos were there. That Sadi and all the things the people followed because it's a part of their superstition, religion. Only then the husbands. So according to James Mill, the Indian society at that time was strongly believed in caste system. The caste taboos were there, multiple religion. More than one religion was there at that time, and also the people are superstitious. So he believed that only the British rule could civilize the India and teach them the manners, arts and laws. So what was the classification of James Mill? How he classified the Indian history?
Hindu,
Hindu, Muslim and British. According to him, who will civilize the Indian society?
British.
British rule could civilize the Indian society. Why? Because the Indian society is believed in caste system, multiple religion and other superstition. So he believed that only the British rule could civilize the country. But the Indian historical classification is in a different way. Our historians divided it into different way. Hearing it's feel a little bit bored, right, Alia? But it's very interesting, okay? Don't feel like that. It's very interesting. So the Mill classified it into three, that is Hindu, Muslim and British. But the Indian historians classified it into three, that is ancient, medieval and modern. Okay. The Indian historians divided it into three periods: ancient history, medieval history and modern history. Ancient history means, have you heard about any civilizations, Indus Valley civilization?
No.
No? That means,
Yes,
have you heard about BC and AD?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, what do you mean by BC?
Before
Before Christ.
Before Christ, AD.
Anno Domini.
Anno Domini, yes. So the ancient history we mark the time of around BC. This year is not important, okay? Don't worry, this year is not important to you to study. And the medieval history is a period in between AD 500 to 1500. And also the modern history is a period from 1500 onwards. Then the modern history is a period where 1500 onwards. But this ancient, medieval, and modern classification is also based on the Western pattern. That means it is also used by the Europeans. That the modern time, according to them, the modern time, the history, classification, the country have a democracy, then they know the values of equality, freedom, and all the things. But at that time, India was ruled by whom? Till 1947, India was ruled by whom?
British.
British. Can we say at that time the people have equality here?
No.
No, ma'am. No.
Any growth is in there?
No.
Any growth for India?
No.
No.
So we
No.
cannot call
No,
that
no.
time. Yes. So we cannot call that time as a modern period.
Modern day.
Okay. So according to the classification, there is three period. One is the ancient history, other is medieval history, and is the another one is the modern history. So the modern history means it's a time where all the reforms, there is a high growth, economic growth is there. Then about democracy, the values of democracy, reason, equality, and all the things were developed in a modern history. But in the case of India, at that time, India was ruled by British. So there is no such development happened in India, and we call that period as another name, that is colonial period. What is it?
Colonial period.
Colonial period.
Period.
Colonial period. Clear?
Ma'am.
Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, then. Ansel. 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 What happened?
Event.
She left. I understood. Asin. Read it, dear. How do we periodize? Some problem with your audio, not able to clear. Then who will read? Who will read? Voluntarily a person. Dear, some problem with your audio. I'm not able to hear you proper.
Me too.
Yes, that's right. Then who will read it? How do we periodize? Alan, ready? Okay, Alan, read it. Read it louder, dear. I'm not able to hear. Page number 3.
How do we periodize?
Yes.
In 1817, James Mill, a
Scottish.
Scottish
Okay, you read.
economist and political philosopher, published a massive 3-volume work, A History of British India. In
That you must underline. It's important. James Mill, and the name of his book, The History of British India. Okay.
In this, he divided Indian history into 3 periods: Hindu, Muslim, and British. This periodization came to be widely accepted. Can you think of any problem with this way of looking at Indian history? Why do we try and divide history into different periods? We do so in an attempt of capture the
Characteristics
of a time, its general
central features.
as they appear to us. So the terms through which we periodize, that is
Demarcate the
the
different.
difference between periods become important. They reflect our ideas about the past. They show how we see the significance of the change from one period to the next.
Okay.
Mill
Wait, Alan. So why we are classifying like this? Because only then we came to compare the two periods, right? If we know the past only, if we came to know only about the caste taboos, now we can compare what happened to the current society, whether caste taboos are here or not. So we want to know the past. Okay, Alan? Continue.
Mill though that all thought that all Asian society were at a lower level of civilization than Europe. According to his telling of history, before the British came to India, Hindu and Muslim despots ruled the country. Religions,
Intolerance.
intolerance, caste, taboos and
Superstitious.
practices domined society life.
Social life.
British rule
Mill felt. Not able to see, dear? Yes, read it. That paragraph too. The British rule, Mill felt.
could civilize India. To do this, it was necessary to introduce
Cannot hear properly.
Yes. Okay, you read it. European manners, arts.
art institutions and laws in India. Mill in fact suggested that the British could conquer
All the territories in India.
To ensure the
Enlightenment and happiness of the Indian people. Yes, that's enough. So James Mill believed that at that time only the British rule could civilize the country, because at the time Indian history is full of caste taboos, then about the religious intolerance and also superstitious. So the British rule could civilize the country. Okay? Clear, children? First topic?
No, ma'am.
Not clear?
Not. I think.
Clear, ma'am.
Clear, ma'am. Clear. Okay then. So I think after the Onam week, anyway, happy Onam to all.
Happy Onam, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Advance happy Onam wishes.
Happy Onam, ma'am.
Happy
Onam, ma'am.
Happy Onam wishes to all. Thank you all. Bye.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you, ma'am.
The next class, mark the portion till where we took the today, okay?
Yeah,
Otherwise, you will forget in the next class. So
Okay.
that's why I told you to read the text, okay? Mark it. All of you must mark till the
Okay.
last topic we discussed today, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Bye. 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 Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.